By one, they started to back up, leaving the side of the river as if afraid that Thorn was going to cross the river and start casting his magic on them. Powerful mages were feared almost universally, and even for people who did not know anything about magic, Thorn's ancient rooms gave off a primeval, dangerous air. At first it was only a few, but soon the docks at Sage Ford were nearly abandoned as the soldiers retreated back into the town. Not paying any attention to them, Thorn finalized the soaring structure that stretched out over the river and walked back down to where the wolfkin waited for him, awe reflected clearly in their eyes. Mentally drained, Thorn gestured for Major Sifir to approach. "Leave 10,000 soldiers here to defend and mobilize everyone else. We're headed to meet the rest of the army at Pure Den." "Yes, Your Majesty. I'll arrange for Duskwalker patrols of the riverbanks as well." "Perfect, thank you. I'll meet you back at the camp." "Of course, Your Majesty." Bowing, Major Sifir missed Thorn teleporting away, but when she raised her head and saw that he was gone, she quickly got down to business and organized the troops. Thorn was already almost a mile away, using Earthstep to teleport his way through the forest. Occasionally, he would see wolfkin soldiers cleaning up the battlefield, and every time they caught sight of him, they hurried to salute, their expressions bright. Nodding, Thorn walked forward, vanishing into another Earth energy doorway. It did not take him long to make his way back to the camp, and along the way he saw the captives being marched through the woods by their wolfkin escorts. Arriving back at camp, he informed the wolfkin who were there that the main force would be coming back, and then went to his tent. As much as he wanted to collapse into his bed, he instead sat down cross-legged and forced himself to focus. His mind throbbed, grown completely dry by the effort he had put forth in the fight and at the river, but he pushed through and began his breathing exercises. According to what High Mage Keodor had taught him, the best time for a mage to meditate was when their body and mind was exhausted from using magic, and while Thorn did not know if the same thing applied to Magi, he was not about to let go of a chance to get stronger. 2 hours passed quietly before Thorn exhaled his final breath, a hint of relief spreading through his mind that indicated he had improved his mental strength. Opening his eyes, he swept the camp with his awareness, and when he realized that the army was not back yet, he shot off a message to Velen, set an alarm for 4 hours, and collapsed into bed, falling asleep almost instantly. As he slept, he dreamed of a giant figure who spoke in thunder and sang in soft, warm breezes, but when he woke, he could not